Hello, I'm Steve Norton, Mind Coach, and welcome to part 2 of the monthly mentoring program. Now, I do hope that you've actually done part 1. So if you haven't, go back and do part 1 because very, very important. It's probably the most important of all the modules you'll do with me, that one. And I do hope you've read the PDF that came with this month's lesson. And yet again, if you haven't done that, you need to go back and do that PDF there. It's very, very important, just so that what you hear today actually makes sense. So what's today's about? Well, it's about focus. Now, it's very important that you understand that what you focus on, you feel. Now, so many people in life are focusing on what they don't want, and that's how they feel. They're constantly living the life of, I don't want this to happen, I don't want that to happen, and they're imagining in their minds, they see that movie in their minds of what they don't want to happen, and they're constantly focusing on things, and it's any wonder that they can't feel happy. Because how can you feel happy if you're focusing on negative things? If you're focusing on negative things from your past, if you're focusing on things in your life now, and you're focusing on the future and thinking about it negatively, how the hell are you going to feel happy? The two things can't coexist. So it's very important that you focus on what you want in life, what you want to achieve in life, because that's the way that you get those things. Now, it's no big surprise that when you go into places like Facebook, you'll see people on there who are constantly focusing on what's wrong in their lives. And it's almost as if those things are happening more so because of it. They're so focused on what life is bad and what's going wrong in their life, and what they don't realize is that they're actually creating that badness inside of themselves through the very thoughts they think. So if we want to avoid this, one of the first things I want you to do today is I want you to decide the person that you want to be. I want you to decide who you're going to be in this life from now on. The type of person you're going to be. The type of personality you're going to be. And the type of happiness that you want. And I want you to cut off any other possibility than having those things. So that's really a big step today that I want you to do. I don't want you to try it or give it a go. I want you to do that today. I want you to make a decision on who you're going to be. Are you going to be that person who is anxious and do that for the rest of your life? Of course not. That's not what you want. I know that you want to be more confident. I know that you want to be more relaxed. I know that you want to just enjoy life more. So that's what I want you to focus on today. I want you to start to focus on that and decide that that's who I'm going to be. That I've had enough of the old traits, maybe even the old me, the things I used to do, and I'm going to start to focus on what I want instead. It's amazing to find that most people in life are actually focusing on the opposite. They're always focusing on what's wrong with their life. And remember, every thought that you think has a physical effect. Well, if you're just thinking about negative things, you're only going to feel negative. How can you feel happy? By focusing on things from your past that you didn't like. How can you feel good about the future if all you're thinking about it is a negative way? So that's what I want you to do for this month's homework. I want you to start to think about what you actually want in your life. What you'd like to achieve. How you want your relationships to be. How you want your work to be. And start to show your mind what those things look like. Show your mind how you want them to be. And every time you do that, you're sending a clear and concise signal to your brain, this is what I want. And your brain is a goal-orientated machine, and it will help you to achieve whatever you think about. So if you think about happy things, your mind will help you to reach that goal. In the same way it does the opposite. when you think about unhappy things, unpleasant things, it helps you achieve that goal too. So now that you've made that decision of who you're going to be, I need you to stick to it. I want you to cut off any other possibility that this is going to be who I'm going to be forever. I've had enough. I'm bored. I'm sick of the old ways of doing things. So from now on, this is who I'm going to be. I've made that decision. Okay? So, for this month, this is what we're going to do. You're going to focus on what you want. Not what you don't want, on what you want. Now, I'm not saying that you'll achieve everything that you want simply by focusing on it in a very positive way. Wouldn't life be great if you could do that? But yeah, I'm here to tell you that you're about 10 times more likely to achieve it by just doing that. You might not get 100% of those things, but you really are stacking things in your favour by running your mind like that. When you think about it, what's the alternative? Focusing on what you don't want? Does that make sense? Of course not. So that's what I want you to do for this month. So, I'll see you in the next recording for next month. We'll take it to the next stage. So crack on, and I'll see you soon.